Hello, my lovely people. I decided to do my second video today as a live video. So just bear with me and let me know if y'all happen to like this version or this way I'm presenting my content. Like one video and then one live video. It might be live video, might be first, and then another video might be posted later. But I'm trying to stay consistent and I want you all to stay consistent with me as well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up so it gets boosted out to the algorithm. And I am video recording on my laptop today. So I told y'all months ago that I enjoy video recording on my Chromebook because I just like it better. I don't know what it is. If I could figure out how to get this joker on a big screen TV, I would do that as well. But I'm not going to hold y'all any much longer. I had a subscriber, and thank you so very much. She sent me, she left comments down in the description box below. She had a few questions for me. And although I don't get personal on here, I do get personal, but she had a few questions about the notary business. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all can see me okay. I don't see any comments coming in, but don't think I'm ignoring you. It just hasn't populated yet. Sometimes when you go live, the comments and everything come in slow, okay? And I don't have my other phone with me by now. If you watch my video, you already know that one phone broke, so I'm on my other phone, for which the other phone is my main phone. So that means everything comes through that. All my notary appointments, my personal family calls, everything comes through that phone. So it had overheated again. So I had it on a charger for a few minutes. So I said, why not? In the meantime, by time, come on live through my computer, okay? So I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And if y'all are experiencing any of those storms, I pray for your safety. I pray that you check on the older people in your family, checking for the sick and shut in, checking for those children or young people that's out on their own right now. Check on everybody if you're getting storms right now, because I'm in North Carolina and they're calling for storms, floods, even wildfires. I didn't even know it was even a thing. I don't even watch the news like that, but I hadn't heard of anything. So I do apologize for not staying on top of it. But someone did mention to me about the wildfires, and I'm, relaying that to y'all. Maybe y'all hadn't heard neither, but I hadn't heard. So let's get into it. So she asked me, I'm assuming it's a female because the avatar looks like a female. So I'm assuming it's a female. If it's not, no disrespect. So they asked me, how long have I been a notary? So if you don't know, I am a notary public commission in North Carolina, right? So I've been a notary for going on 5 years. 5 years I've been a notary, right? I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do. This is the year that I get my commission renewed. So therefore, I have to get it renewed in a couple months. So I have to just go online, take a little test, pay my fee, and I'm renewed again for another 5-year term. So in North Carolina, notary publics can be commissioned for 5 years. Different states, different rules, different policies. But here in North Carolina, it's 5 years. Okay, so remember that. So if you want to be a notary, it's nothing short term. It's a commitment to be a commission notary in 5 years. So whether you use your commission the whole entire time, I meet people all the time who are notaries and don't even use their commission. So that's just something to think about. But I met a notary today who was a notary, but they don't use their commission. So, but that's just one thing. Maybe they got their commission. Maybe they had to get it for work. Maybe they got into this type of business. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Maybe they got into the loan signing business, the real estate transaction. And when the time they got in, it was a stupid busy. They felt like it was worth their time. Now things are kind of slowed down. Maybe they feel like it's not their time. So we're going to get into all that. I got my little notes right here. Like I said, write it down, make it plain, right? So, so that's how long I've been a notary public. I've been a notary public, like I said, for like 5 years now. Okay. And I do enjoy what I do. And I do plan on, renewing my commission and, later on this year. So I'm very excited about that. So, they also asked, what are some of my challenges as being a notary? When I first got started, I didn't have anybody that I could reach out and touch in my state and ask them questions whenever I got confused about certain documents. Now, listen to me. This might be a long video, but listen to me. This is very important. People call us assuming that we know what we're doing. Okay, just like if you go to have surgery, you assuming that surgeon know exactly what they're doing. Although all of us look the same on the outside, some of our bodies are different on the inside, right? But you're assuming that that surgeon have seen, experienced, know that sometimes you might cut somebody open and it might be something a little different, move bigger. And all, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with notaries. People call, they need a notary. They need a notary right in there. That's all they're thinking about. It's all on top of mind. I need a notary. They call you, ring, ring, ring. I need a notary. I need you to notarize this paper. They're assuming that we know all the documents that ever was created on this planet Earth and that the ones that the AI are creating now. You know what I'm saying? It's that serious. It's that deep. So when I first got started, I didn't have anybody in my state. No one in my state. I knew notaries, but they didn't use it for like what I was doing. So I was intimidated. So what I did, I got on YouTube, I got on Facebook groups, right? And I just got so deeply involved in just deep dive into all the notary type papers that we could possibly come across. I sometimes wouldn't even answer my phone because, especially if it was a title company, a law company calling me, and I'm like, I would act like I ain't act, but I just didn't answer my phone because I didn't want them to ask me to do something like a seller package. I didn't get a seller package, y'all, until like 6 months into me being a loan signing agent. Everybody talking about these seller packages, I was doing nothing but refis and reverse mortgages. Some of the more complicated documents. So I said, if you could jump off doing refis and reverse, your first go around being a loan signing agent, you got this. So that's what I was doing. So so what I'm saying is, so I was very timid to answer the phone in the beginning when I got a number that came across my business line because I didn't know the documents. I wasn't fully confident in myself. I didn't feel comfortable just falling forward. People say, oh, just, wing it. No, you can't always wing this type of stuff, but these are very important, vital documents, right? So that was one of my challenges. So Miss Carol Ray was still alive. That's who I got training from, Notary Pro, Carol Ray. She's no longer with us. I tell y'all that about it all the time. I owe all of this to Miss Carol Ray. Although I did on my strength, she helped push me, motivate me. That's why I try to, when someone tell me they're interested in becoming I try to pour into them like she poured into me, because God knows. Her and her daughters, oh my God, like, for real. They're the ones. They're the truth. Mentorship, that's how it's supposed to be. But anyway, so Miss Carol Ray said for all her students at first signing, she wanted us to call them. So I was so scared. This is about loan signing. I didn't do too much general notary work. I wanted loan sign. I wanted that $10,000 a month. Ooh, $10,000 a month. But I didn't know how much how hard it would take to get to $10,000 a month. You understand? It takes a lot of work. Until you get direct closings, it takes a lot of work to get to $10K a month. I'm not fronting with y'all. It's possible, yes. Last month I made $4,000 here in North Carolina. But $10,000, yeah. It's possible, but you're gonna grind. You're gonna put gas in that car. You're gonna constantly fill up. You're gonna constantly be ordering paper. You're gonna constantly order toner, ink, pens, folders. You're gonna have to have your supplies together because you're gonna be pushing them out. Unless you get somewhere where they print the documents out for you, and all you gotta do is just stamp. And that's a sweet little side. If you get across that, ain't nobody telling you about those opportunities because they don't want people to come in and take the opportunity from them because that's sweet when you ain't got to print the documents. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, one of my challenges was I didn't know the documents. I wasn't confident enough as being a notary. That was one of my challenges. So that was one of my challenges when I first got started. And then I took Miss Carol Ray's training, Notary to Pro, to become a loan signing agent. That means you deal mainly with real estate transactions. You hear a lot of us talk about loan signing agent. In order to become a loan signing agent, you have to be a notary first. Ain't no way around it, okay? So don't get it confused, okay? So I took her training. Her training was affordable at the time. She blessed me with that because I was in between jobs at the hospital. I was still doing a little bit of mystery shopping at the time, and I just was barely making it. Like I came back from a repossessed car. I got the car repossessed, got the car back, then lost the car all over again. Like it was just stuff. It hit me back to back in life, and I wasn't trying to make her feel sorry for me, but I was just like, look, Miss Ray, like this is what I'm dealing with. Like I need the opportunity to make some real decent, solid money. I was a CNA healthcare tech. That's what they call us down here. Healthcare techs. I worked in a hospital and I wasn't making but like $14, $15 an hour. And sometimes I would work like, oh my God, we worked 3 12-hour shifts. Sometimes I work 5 days, 12 hours. For real. I was just, but then you know what I learned, and I'm going a little bit off topic, but what I learned, and old as I am, the great big age I am, and mind you, it was like 7 years ago. No, this it was 5 years ago. Mind you, the more you work at a W-2 overtime, they take taxes. So although I didn't nobody tell me this. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you knew. You're a younger person. You don't sure how working stuff work. The more overtime you work, the more taxes they take out. So I found out that the more I worked, when I was putting all those extra hours in, they were just taking it. So after I got paid, it's like I worked my regular 36 hours. You talking about heartbreaking. I was away from my kids at the time my kids was acting out. I've been a single parent since day one. I would work, come home, spend a little bit of time with them, then go to bed. The reverse. I was doing that constantly, just trying to survive, just trying to show them that hard work pays off, showing them that, you could do something with your life. It ain't always got to be this way. And where I'm from, being a CNA, you always have a job. Like, that's job security. You can make the best of it, or, it could be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I have been in a nursing home. I was tired of nursing home drama, politics in nursing home. I went to the hospital because of the benefits, the 401k, the health insurance that was coming out of my paycheck, the camaraderie, I guess is how you say, between us CNAs, healthcare techs. Like, it was real chill. Although I was a miserable human being at the time, because life was really not good. The work environment was really not good. You know what I'm saying? So all this, I need to change what I'm trying to get at. So please listen to me, please. So I reached out to her. I paid for her program. I paid, though. She blessed me, but I still paid. I didn't get it free. Okay. I paid for her program. And the way she taught us was to read the page from all the way through the page, from top to bottom, front to back. And my very first signing, I wanted to pretend that I didn't know I had to sign it. I was so sick. I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Like, I was so sick. I was so scared. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. After my first signing, I was freaking addicted. I mean, I was addicted because it was so freaking easy. It was, to me, it was so freaking easy. I was addicted. I could not get enough. I would run from 4 o'clock in the morning, if I could, to 12 o'clock that night. I mean, I was addicted. I wanted to close. I wanted to close. I ain't want to do no general work. I want to close until pay attention. This is another one of my challenges. Back then, when the refi boom was going, interest rates had dropped, some companies wasn't paying us the 30 to 40 to 60 days out. So here I am going through another financial situation, hardship, because I went from every 2 weeks making what I made per hour, knowing that I was going to make that, whether I worked overtime or not, to now I don't put in all this time doing these loan closings, and now I got to wait to get paid. OMG, you talking about shocker. But I was addicted. It's like that first hit. I mean, for real, I was addicted. I was addicted to being a loan signing agent. It was so simple to get into. I had already started buying my supplies. Like, I've been watched all Miss Kara Ray's videos. Now they're not even on the internet, but I've been watched all her videos, all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Just binge watch. And then another person was on YouTube right now, Ben Sirocco. I've been watched all of his videos. That's back in the day when he was, I ain't gonna say he first got started, but he was on YouTube. He was in his car. He was telling us how his day was. You know what I'm saying? So I binge watched all his videos. So I kind of knew what to expect. And that's why I try to come on here with my videos in the notary public space, and let y'all see exactly how it is. Like, how it be, like me printing documents, me going through the document, looking through the document, me dropping the documents off. I try to show y'all, though, although I can't show you what's on the documents because it's personal information, I still try to show y'all, but if I really show you how I be ripping around in and out that door, how that door be open and closing, how I be going to that gas station, filling up that gas tank. You know what I'm saying? How times you go there, you go to an appointment, the names ain't right, numbers ain't right, you got to waste all that paper. Like, that's really how it be. Like, it really, and then you don't get paid that day. I work for a lot of signing services, title companies, and realtors. Sometimes we don't get paid the same day. So that means you still have to budget your money. You talk about somebody that got tight with that penny, tight with them coins. Yes, your girl done got tight with them penny, tight with them coins, because the simple fact, you don't always get paid. Now, like I told y'all, moving forward, that and don't forget to give me some likes and thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. But not the let me see. Can y'all hear me okay? I hope y'all can hear me okay. Can I get a 1 in the chat to let me know y'all can hear me? I'm trying to type, y'all. Let me get a one in the chat. Let me know y'all hear me. I greatly appreciate it. Just let me know y'all vibing with me. Y'all let me know y'all hear me, okay? So I had to learn to budget my money, right? So that's why I've always emphasized do multiple things. Do multiple things. Like, I do ride share. I talk about ain't no shame in the game. Everybody need a ride. Why not get paid for it? Same thing as being a notary loan signing agent. They need a notary to help conduct these closings. Why not get paid for it? Grocery delivery. Okay, if you the type of person you like to have you like to order your groceries and have them delivered to you. Okay, I'm the person to deliver the groceries. Because to me, I personally like shopping for my groceries. I'm just call me old school, call me whatever. I just personally like going in there, looking, comparing prices, comparing brands, the packaging. That's just me, but I don't like shopping for other people. That's why I like to do the curbside deliveries if push comes from, unless it's the Home Depot, but that's not what we're talking about. I see I lost some people already, but that's okay. We're going to keep this live going because she had answers and I'm here. She had questions. I'm here to answer. Okay. So that's some of my challenges, not getting paid in a timely fashion, having to budget my money. And it was scary sometimes. It's been years because I've been doing this for a while. It's been years where it's got real scary. Like I tell y'all, and I ain't no shit. I've had my utility turned off twice. I got it back on like within 24 to 48 hours, but I've had them turned off. I've always paid that rent now. For somebody who's been homeless twice, I'm going to always pay my rent. I don't care. We ain't got no food. We get some ooze noodles, a pack of ooze noodles called Dollar Tree. I know how to go to the thrift stores, the Goodwill stores, not Goodwill stores, but the discount stores. That's why I buy plenty stuff because you just never know. Yeah, we're going to pay rent. We're going to have somewhere to stay. We're going to have somewhere to stay. We may not have no water. We may not have no lights, but we're going to have a roof over our heads. No matter what. So those were some of my challenges. And she said, what new have I learned since starting? I've learned a lot about myself. But I'll go to, how can I say this? I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. Going into this, I didn't realize how unprofessional people were. Now, mind you, I just left the hospital setting where it was so much unprofessionalism. It was so politics. Like, I was like, oh, I got to get away. Like I was a person in prison. I got to break free of this. I'm unhappy at home. I'm unhappy here. I've got to find some peace. But to be in this space, working with some of these people who talk to you, email you crazy, and you're a business just like them, and some of them are employees of the companies and they still talking to you crazy. It blew my freaking mind. Like, it was times that I would be in tears because I'm like, because I'm mad. Like, not because it hurt my face. I'm mad because I'm like, how are you a professional in this type of line of work and you coming at me like we out in the street and you don't bump against my car with your buggy at Walmart? Like, it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy like that. It was moments like that. Like, for real. Like, you gonna make me do something when it's not right. Like, no. Like, no. And I guess what I knew about myself was that I had to learn I can't take no from these people. I can't be so, because I'll tell you something. I made friends with an attorney. And I ain't gonna say we hang out or nothing like that. We don't even hang out. I don't even know what the person look like in real life, to be honest with you. Just straight phone conversation. And they are a notary here in North Carolina, and they are a real estate attorney in North Carolina. Real estate attorney / notary. And I was put in a predicament one time where the hiring company wanted me to accept a printed out picture of their driving license. Now, mind you, they lost their driving license, so all they had was that paper one that gets printed off. The paper one that you get for the DMV. That's a duplicate because your hard one hasn't come. And I couldn't use, and then I think that one is inspired. It was a whole drama. I was so like, because I always say, make sure you have your uninspired driving license with you. I have pens, I have the paperwork. You ain't got, all I need is that ID. So I was at the closing table. Now, mind you, this first time meeting the person face to face and everything. They don't know who I am. They think I work for the company. I don't. I have my own business. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just a notary here to guide you through the documents. That's how I present myself. And they had me so raffled and taffled that day. I called the attorney. I'm like, listen, they still want me to sign. They still want me to go through this notarization, and I can't. I can't. And that attorney told me, she said, he called me Nikki, but he called me my name. He like, that's your notary commission. He said, because if anything come back, they're going to go back to you. And they're going to want to know, if you knew it was wrong, why did you do it? And that stuck with my head. That stuck in my head all these years later, when I've been put in situations where I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing something. That attorney told me, when it come after the fact, when it come back, if it ever come back, they're going to come back to me. They're not going to talk to the borrowers. They're not going to talk to a hiring company. They're going to talk to me and want to know, why did I still go through notarizing that document when they didn't have the proper identification? How did I identify them? And it's like blessings like that has really, really, really kept me going when I want to give up. Not necessarily in notary buddies. So I will say no notary buddies, but not necessarily, because everybody look at this business differently. Like in the beginning, I looked at this business. Hold on, my alarm going off. Bear with me one moment, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get my alarm clock. Let me cut this light on. But like I said, not necessarily notary buzz, because everybody was in a different stage in their business. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was doing things a little different at the time. You know what I'm saying? So although it would be good, nice to call on somebody, but if they new in the game, they can't really give you advice about certain things. They trying to figure it out too. They falling forward too. They trying to figure out, what they want to do. Sometimes, it would be situations where, like I would have to reach out to a notary in another state, and they would say, well, what's your state laws? And I'm like, I don't know what I can do and can't do. Like, it's not clear in this book. And I guess that go back to some of my challenges. You know what I'm saying? It go back to some of my challenges, like what can or can we not do as a notary public in our state? Because a lot of people want to charge you for information, and that's fine. That's fine. Don't come at me with the comments about, oh, my time is valuable. My time is valuable too. That's why I got connect with me now. I will leave the number down here. If you want to connect with me, I'm going to leave y'all my number. It should be in the description, but this is a way for you to connect with me. If you have any questions about anything, maybe you might be shy. You don't like to post, put stuff in the comments. You really don't like emails. You like direct, contact with people. It is in the description right now. It's in the chat box. So that's my connect with me. It's an app. You pay per minute. Now it's not free. We ain't gonna be sitting up here talking about all this other stuff. We're gonna be strictly keeping it business. If you need someone to talk to, need someone to help keep you accountable, I will be that. But this isn't for personal. We getting up here gossiping about this and gossiping about that. That's not what I'm about. I'm all about positivity. I'm about helping you get to where you need to go. And in the meantime, I can't be stressed out because you're still not getting it. Now disrespect that you're not getting it, because this ain't for everybody. I can tell y'all this before on some of my videos. I met up with so many different notaries who got into this, and they come to find out this is not their jam. This is not their jam. They do not want me printing off them papers. They don't feel like they want to be driving all over the world, and they dang sure don't be wanting to wait on their money. And they dang sure don't be wanting to chase nobody down for their money. Like, you did the work, you did the job, it closed. Why am I still waiting? Why am I still waiting? So it's just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? I hope that this answered some of your questions. I don't know if I really answered what I found that new about me, other than that, I can't let stuff get to me, and that I've realized that people in certain titles or positions are still very unprofessional, and that, no matter what they got going on, I can't let it, shake me, if that makes sense. I don't know, but that's what I found out about me. That's the new thing I found out about me. The business is the business. You printing off documents, you notarizing documents, you notarizing signatures, you're getting paid. I will advise anyone. This is some advice I always tell you. Get on YouTube, type in the type of document that you have, and see if someone's made a video about it. I would advise, if you get a document that you never heard of before, Google it. Google, like, say, trustee document, how to complete a trustee document, and go to Google or whatever, Gemini, whatever they got now, and look for the imaging. And then you can see how the notaries before you fill that form out and notarize it. That is my best cheat code. If you really low, like, I ain't gonna say you down bad, because ain't none of us down bad like that. We all blessed. We have something to be thankful for. But if you don't have no money to spare, like, you cannot spend another $15 on nobody ebook, nobody course, nobody's consultation, nobody nothing. That's what I did. I Googled the stuff. And when I didn't, and I couldn't figure it out, I would get in these Facebook groups, and I would just put it in my search engine and just try to, see if someone came close to what I had a question about. And there was another notary, and I go back to this, but it was another notary. I will forever be grateful to her. She's an older lady. And honey, I stayed in her doggone Facebook Messenger. And she wasn't even in my state. But that one, man, all I had to do was take a picture of, blocking out the people's information. All I had to take a picture of my phone and send it to her, like, da-da-da-da. She would be a blessing. She was such a blessing to me. Oh, she got me through so many trying things. And this is something else I want to say. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to end it. If you are doing loan signing closings, reach out to the hiring party who hired you about questions about the documents. Okay? Reach out to the hiring party who hired you about the documents. They know more about the documents than you reaching out to some random person on the internet. Okay? And let me tell you how that'll save you. Because whatever instructions they give you, if you're not fully clear, you're going off based off their instructions. So if anything come back, you were instructed to do. See how that helps you? Other than you saying Tiffany from so-and-so told you that. Who was Tiffany? And why are you telling Tiffany about this client's information? See how that look bad on you? Okay, I learned that the hard way. Going off somebody else's advice who wasn't even in my state about documents that they don't even work with that title company in their state. They ain't never went across those title company papers before. So I've learned to humble myself. Now, look, I got this paper right here, this assumption paper. I don't know what assumption is, first of all. And where do I need to have them sign? Where do I need to sign? Where do I need a date? I don't see no place for me to stamp. So this doesn't need to be notarized. It just need a loan signing agent to help guide them through the documents. Like, it's real. It's real. It is so freaking real. For real. So if this is something you're interested in doing, it's up and down. I rode through a housing development the other day. They had 30 plus houses ready to be sold. So they need us. They need us down bad. They need notaries. Someone got to do it. And if you want to present yourself as a mobile notary, I come to you. They'll love that even better. So that's, like I said, that's all I had to say today. So I'm about to get off of here in my stream. Don't forget, I have my link down here, Connect with Me app. That's the number down in the thing below. You can connect with me. My hours are 8 to 8. I didn't put Monday through Friday. I should have put Monday through Friday on there, but just connect with me and let's talk this through. Let's work this out. Let's help each other be successful. And yeah, I just wish you all the best. I really do. I truly wish you all the best. And thanks for watching.